Today on Good Morning Maine, how rising electricity costs are causing some Maine businesses to struggle.
Plus, we'll take a tour of the new I-395 extension to check out progress on that new stretch of highway.
And people from throughout the state gather in Bangor to find ways to improve the welfare of Maine children. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have all the day's news coming up, including our Pet of the Week segment, sports, everything you could need in a morning show. But first, we're so happy.
I love the rain.
We're lucky to have the rain, you know.
I'm so excited. I'm going to go swimming in a puddle.
Isn't that going to be great?
We love it.
We're trying to think positive here,
yeah.
You know, because it's kind of hard to do these days. But guess what, folks? More rain on the way.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with your forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. Air quality's kind of an issue in some parts of the Northeast. We're good in our backyard, though, this morning, but further off towards the west, air quality alerts are posted because of air quality that either has already gotten bad or expected to get bad in a few spots, though. And we're already seeing a few areas that are considered very unhealthy. So once again, no, air quality issues are developing across some parts of the Northeast. Meanwhile, here at home, though, we're watching rain, we're watching chances for storms, and of course some fog that's developed yet again this morning. These fog advisories will drop at around 9 a.m. this morning. Small craft advisories up until around 8 p.m. later this evening as well, as that will start to back off just a bit later. Otherwise, though, the fog very widespread this morning. Many areas are down to a mile visibility or less. It improves further out towards the north, but further down to the south. Notice, though, definitely some very thick fog that's developed out there this morning. Radar and Sally's showing some mainly showers that have developed out there this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning, with this. So nothing too ridiculous. We'll have a few little bits of dry hours before we watch for more showers and a few rumbles of thunder that will develop throughout the daytime period. Not too much going on, at least at this point, but this is where the flow will come in for more showers and storms that will be on the way. So our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing cloudy skies, a chance for showers and thunderstorms again. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Police around Mount Desert Island are looking for a suspect from New Hampshire who's accused of stealing a car. Local police say they received a call from Wolfboro, New Hampshire police around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, reporting that a male subject operating a stolen car was traveling in the direction of Bar Harbor on Route 3. The Wolfboro police called again shortly after, saying the man called them and said he was at a local hotel lobby. The suspect was identified as 40-year-old Jeremy G. of Wolfboro. Police say they were able to locate him and the stolen vehicle, but as they arrived on the scene, he fled the area on foot and into the woods. He's described as being a white male, approximately 6 feet tall, weighing 200 pounds. He has hazel eyes and brown hair and was last seen wearing jeans, a ball cap, sneakers, and he wasn't wearing a shirt. He was last seen in the area of Crooked Road and Old Norway Drive. A warrant has been issued for his arrest on charges of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, driving after suspension, and breach of his bail conditions. Police say if you do see a subject matching his description, do not approach him. Call 911 immediately.
The mother of a 2-year-old girl who was exposed to fentanyl and suffered an overdose has been indicted by the Penobscot County Grand Jury. 29-year-old Jessica Shepard was arrested back in May of 2022 for allegedly leaving fentanyl out in her home. According to court records, that led to her 2-year-old daughter consuming it and experiencing an overdose. She is also accused of giving the child Narcan to revive her. Shepard was indicted yesterday on charges of aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child.
The legislature's Appropriations and Financial Affairs Committee approved a budget early yesterday morning. It includes investments in child care, housing, emergency medical services, and paid family and medical leave. The vote was 11-1. It represents Part 2 of the biennial budget, and it will now go to the full legislature for approval. The exact date will be announced by the presiding officers before the end of the week.
Small business owners are dealing with the pressure of rising electricity rates, even if their usage rates remain the same. Doug Banks has the story.
In January of 21, his electricity bill was $1,000. In January of 22, the electricity bill was $22.64. Because in March of 2023, his electricity bill in Ellsworth was $4,500 $33.
The man Representative Thorne is speaking of is his nephew, Christopher Thorne, who owns the Dairy Queen in Ellsworth, along with 4 other locations. Over the past few years, and this year specifically, Thorne has seen his electricity bill skyrocket.
When you open that bill up at the beginning of February to see that you spent a lot in electricity in January, and not just this location, but 4 others, it's an eye-awakening that, okay, how am I going to pay for this?
He says numerous expenses have gone up over the past few years, including wages, delivery, and food costs. Unfortunately, those increases have been passed on to the consumer.
Just because a business raises their menu prices doesn't mean they're making any more. They're just covering up for the costs that they're being charged, whether it's McDonald's or across the way or Dunkin' Donuts up the hill. We're all dealing in combating it the best we can.
According to Thorne, the increase on his bill is coming from the cost per kilowatt hour rising, which measures how much energy someone uses per hour, and the standard cost section of the electric bill. According to Central Maine Power, this cost goes towards the state's solar policy incentives and power purchase agreements. Regardless of the reasoning behind utility rate increases, people like Christopher are asking, when will it stop?
I've been told many different things, and we don't know when it's going to end, when the increases are going to end.
In Ellsworth, Doug Banks, ABC 7, Fox 22 News.
There are more rate hikes coming in the near future for homeowners. In early June, regulators approved a rate hike for Central Maine Power that will increase a typical home's total electric bill by just over 1%. That's about $1.67. Versant Power will be hiking distribution rates effective July 1st, and then again in January of 2024.
The Senate has passed a bill to construct suicide prevention barriers on the Penobscot Narrows Bridge. LD 1120 seeks to prevent further loss of life by requiring the Department of Transportation to build and maintain pedestrian barrier fences. A statement says studies have shown that barriers are more effective at reducing suicide than alternative methods such as signs with telephone hotline information. Prior to the installation of a barrier, the Memorial Bridge down in Augusta was the site of numerous deaths by suicide. And since the barrier was put into place there, no suicides have been reported at that location. The bill now goes to the governor. She has 10 days to sign the bill into law, veto it, or allow it to become law without her signature.
The I-395 extension that spans from Route 1A in Brewer to Route 9 in Eddington is starting to take shape. Our David Ledford took a tour yesterday with members of Maine DOT to get some answers to some of the questions we all have as they work to finish the project.
This is where the Eastern Ave Bridge is going to be. The Wilson Street Bridge that carries Route 1A is behind me. Right now, everything's going well and we're on schedule.
The Maine Department of Transportation's I-395 and Route 9 connector project has been under construction since early 2022 after years of planning. During this time, crews have been laying the groundwork for paving, which is expected to start this fall, and setting up bridges for local traffic. Department officials say this project will provide what they're calling the missing link between communities, connecting the Eddington region to the Bangor-Brewer area.
Right now, if you're going from 395 to Route 9, 6 miles down the road, there's a lot of turns, there's a lot of different speed limits, there's a lot of encountering local traffic. This will make it a smooth shot, especially for commercial vehicles.
For those who have been using the detour redirecting Cluleyville Road traffic in Eddington, an end is in sight. Officials say the road will reopen on November 15th, as will some other bridges involved in the project.
This is one of 5 bridges that is involved in this project. It's the only one that has a road going under it. Right now there's a lot of bridge work going on the 6-mile connector route, some earthwork, but we're putting the bridges in and hopefully opening some of them by the end of this year, by November.
Officials say the end goal of this project is to help connect communities and invigorate the local and state economies.
Economically speaking, businesses that do business in the greater Bangor region and serve markets east of here all the way to and including Canada, they will see the benefits of having a more reliable, safe, faster road.
The approximately $106 million project is on track to be completed by mid-2025. In Brewer, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, the UMaine Graduate School is celebrating its 100th birthday today. Here's a look at what Maine's only public grad school has done over the past century. The University of Maine's graduate program was formally organized on June 29, 1923, but postgraduate degrees were awarded to students decades before that. The first master's degree was granted to agriculture student Walter Ballantyne back in 1881, and the first master's degree conferred to a woman in Maine was just a year later when Persia Vinyl White received a master's in literature. There have only been 12 deans of the graduate school in the last 100 years, including current dean Dr. Cody Vararanyan, who we talked to yesterday.
We have a variety of programs at the master's level, 85 master's programs and 35 doctoral programs.
Well, the dean says UMaine's status as a high research doctoral university was granted in part due to the tireless work of graduate students. In the next century, UMaine hopes to see an even bigger expansion of its degree programs.
That's good news.
Yeah.
You know, I got my undergrad degree, and now I'm already thinking, well, I'm kind of getting bored.
You want to go back and get another degree?
Spend some more money.
Yeah. Huh.
We'll see, I guess. Time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, details on an effort to bring asylum seekers to northern Maine. It's part of a plan to give them new homes while training them to join the workforce.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. More rain on the way today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms with a high near 74 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight with lows around 60 degrees. Tomorrow, not quite as rainy. It will be mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. The high on Friday, around 78.
For great value, go with the longest lasting brand, Toyota. And at the Toyota Summer Value Event, you could save up to $1,900 with affordable 3.99% financing on most Highlander models. And every Highlander comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. The longest lasting brand. So for a vehicle with long-lasting value, see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
We can steal their plays.
It's quite simple, really. You train for 4 years in an AR simulations that mimics their every move.
Yeah.
Initializing crystal done.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
They're faster, slower, with style.
Good luck with that.
When it comes to asylum seekers, Portland leaders have long called on other communities to pitch in. Some are wondering how to bring asylum seekers up north, all the way to Aroostook County. Mel Meyer has more.
I have been like them and I know what they face.
Victoire Lingwanga is using her experience as an asylum seeker to help others find a new home.
I'm checking with the asylum families, the refugees who are here in the southern Maine, what their needs are.
She's based in Portland and now working as the Workforce Development Coordinator for New Mainers at Northern Maine Community College in Presque Isle. Lingwanga's job is to be the bridge to connecting people with the resources available up there.
This program, it's a very good program. It's going to help them to, I can say, to restart their life here in the U.S.
The community college's president says they received 2 grants to fund this position for 2 years. The goal is to build a workforce of the future.
We think it's really important that it's a partnership with the community college and the city to make this happen. And that partnership, I think, is going to make this successful.
It continues the efforts started by the Northern Maine Growth Initiative. That's a collaboration between community partners and employers focused on how to bring new Mainers to the area. What are the workforce needs in Presque Isle, and how could asylum seekers help with that?
I think new Mainers in general will help us with our workforce challenges. We have gaps in services that are not being filled in the healthcare sector, the service sector, retail sectors.
Portland City Manager welcomes the idea.
Across the state, anyone who has housing available and is able to step up in that way, yes, I would encourage everyone to do that.
That is one of many issues that Liwanga will assess up north, so the area can be prepared to welcome this new population.
Myers reporting. Meanwhile, experts from all over Maine came to Bangor yesterday for the 28th Annual Child Welfare Education Conference. The focus, finding ways to improve the lives of children. Our Matthew Dronsick has the story.
Case managers, behavioral health professionals, and lawyers were among the many who participated in this year's conference.
It's been an awesome opportunity to connect with other professionals in the community. It's been such a great learning experience getting to talk with and listen to the presenters who have so much education and experience behind them.
Participants sat in on breakout sessions focusing on the conference's theme of trauma and resilience in a post-pandemic world, highlighting areas including supporting the LGBTQIA community, homelessness, and mental health.
When you're dealing with families with children that come into the child welfare system, we have to deal with a lot of social issues. As workers that care deeply about the well-being of children, we try to learn about those topics and to build skills together.
Office of Child and Family Services Director Dr. Todd Landry stopped in to give an update on the work OCFS has done and recognize the crowd's hard work.
Annie E. Casey Foundation ranked Maine 12th in the nation based on these key data indicators around child and family well-being. Just a few years ago in 2018, Maine was ranked 16th in the country.
Maine Child Welfare Education Executive Counselor Bonnie Dodson says it's the passion participants bring year after year that make these events meaningful.
One person, listening, seeing, acknowledging what someone has been through and that they're valued and that they have a place in this world can make all the difference in the long-term outcome for a child as well as an adult.
In Bangor, Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Received the rating of ugliest town in Maine, a Howland resident has put together a GoFundMe page in an effort to bring new improvements that will highlight its small town charm. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
It's a small town and limited resources, and the town, struggles just to maintain what we have.
A website called Travel-A-Lot has described Howland as the ugliest town in Maine. One local is pushing back against what they say is an unfair ranking.
Starting a fundraiser on GoFundMe for the town of Howland to try to raise money to be able to buy some things for our public spaces, like gazebos, picnic tables, washroom facilities, things like that.
He is striving for an impressive amount of $3 million to bring life back to this community.
I know that that's really high for, a project like this compared to people who have medical needs or things like that, or their house burnt down. But it's not a lot of money for an entire town.
That article upset a lot of the locals in town. The person that wrote the article didn't go very far from 95, because if he had branched out in any direction from 95, any distance at all, Howland's a beautiful little community.
Howland's town manager does say there are a number of structures that are in disrepair.
Within the last 2 years, I've passed an ordinance on property maintenance to try to slow down some of these deteriorating properties. So we're trying to get a hold of it right now.
Though Lucci has a long way to go to reach his goal, he is feeling hopeful.
I think that there's a lot of potential here. We've got all the rivers, and it's beautiful. You know, it really is.
In Howland, Grace Blanchard, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
I've had some great times up in the Howland area, over on Coldstream Pond and up by Savoyce Lake and everything.
I'd like to speak with whoever wrote that article. I want to know if they're local around here, if they just...
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're doing, though, trying to beautify the town.
Absolutely.
That's something good to always do.
Good initiative. I like it. Yep. All right, the time now is 8:20. After the break, a local sushi restaurant recently received a review so bad, the employees put it on a T-shirt.
Plus, the debris of the Titanic sub has been found on the ocean floor. We'll check out those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport. Who has the best-kept secret in Penobscot County? We do! Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
Original reporting.
I am just completely overwhelmed by the generosity of the people in this area.
When it counts the most.
Belfast police are ramping up efforts to pull over drivers with a lead foot to increase safety and reduce crashes throughout the city.
News that matters.
The Summit Project is a living memorial that honors fallen service members with ties to Maine.
This is where Eastern Maine turns. Fox 22 News.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Restaurants get bad reviews all the time, but one in Brewer got one so odd, its staff decided to put it on a T-shirt, and now everyone wants one. Devin Dagnall met with the owner for the full story.
The Yoshi restaurant has been serving customers in Brewer and beyond for years, and just looking online, you can see they've gotten their fair share of reviews, most of which have been positive. But recently, one review stood out to the staff.
The review itself just seemed really egregious.
In the review, a deaf customer states they and their family were overlooked in favor of hearing customers, which current owner Josh Dyer refutes and says would never happen in his restaurant. He says any less than stellar service they experienced was due to staffing shortages.
It was only 25 minutes that they could have been inside the restaurant.
But the part that stood out most to Dyer and his crew was the comment, also, the sushi chef was Caucasian. Definitely red flag for us.
I feel like nobody's race or gender or sexual orientation or any of that determines their ability to do anything.
Dyer has been a sushi chef for almost a decade under the tutelage of Yoshi's founder and previous owner, Ting Luke, before taking over the restaurant last year, so there's no question of his experience or qualification.
If those people would have came in the last 8 years, he probably made their sushi.
The comment quickly became a running joke for the staff, with the joke escalating to the point where waitress Samantha Casella made a T-shirt for Dyer and posted a picture of him wearing it to social media the very next day. The pic quickly gained traction online, with many people asking where they could get one.
I had to go run some errands that day, and some of the people had already seen it, and they know, that I made it, and they were already asking me how to get one.
Now, the restaurant is offering the shirts for order. Dyer says although he doesn't appreciate the one-star review, there's no hard feelings.
I would honestly love him to come back and serve him dinner and have him actually rate my food based off my ability to make sushi and see what happens from there.
In Brewer, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
I don't know about you, but I kind of want to go have some sushi now.
I know, I want some really bad.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I worked there for years, a couple years ago, and I know those guys well, and it's, I can only repeat all the things that Devin just said.
It's nice they're kind of taking it with a sense of humor, too.
Yeah.
Make it right.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
They're so busy all the time, I don't think they'll have a problem.
That's the thing.
Yeah. They do good stuff.
They're very busy.
Yeah.
The time now is 8:25.
All right, let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
Artie, Craig, and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. So air quality, not the greatest in some parts of the Northeast where air quality alerts are posted yet again. As for us, so we're looking pretty good out there, but you have to look further off towards the south and west where some areas either have hit very unhealthy air quality or will be expected to hit some poor air quality coming up soon. Otherwise, though, we do have dense fog advisories posted for a few areas till roughly 9 a.m. this morning. A few other spots still posted until around 8 p.m. for the small crowd advisories later on this evening, as well as the winds will be a little bit gusty there. But otherwise, though, look at how widespread the fog is. This is all fog that's developed out there this morning, reducing visibility to just a mile or less in a few areas and improves further off towards the north, but further down to the south, kind of a mess out there. So be careful out there when you travel to work or any other destination. But otherwise, those showers and thunderstorms are developing out there in a few areas this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning, with this, so probably just general showers at best. We'll be watching for a few rumbles of thunder today. As this front continues to move in, it'll pull in some more moisture, so we're not done with the rain just yet. We'll have chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder coming up soon. So futurecast moving forward, a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder off from the west, so that'll move in during the afternoon and evening time frame. That will go away with a few showers possible throughout the daytime period for your Friday. We'll get rid of the chances for storms, and the sun may also make an appearance as well before it goes down Friday night. More clouds and fog moves in as we get towards Friday night into Saturday with a few showers possible there. All right, let's run this through at least parts of Friday. So maybe up to another half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch in a few localized areas before we're all finished up. Other areas, maybe not as much rain. Running through the weekend, we'll add a little bit more rain, and that rain looks to continue as we head towards next week. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 78 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 70s today, upper 70s for your Friday, back in the lower to middle 70s again Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday, and also Tuesday, the lower 80s again as we head towards your Wednesday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way, and south wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 60s, partly cloudy, a few thunderstorms, also some fog on the way, south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 70s, mostly cloudy with a few showers on the way, and south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check, showing chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder as well for the next several days, with temperatures overall in the 70s.
Dirt Road Acres, your #1 trusted dispensary. Dirt Road Acres provides outstanding patient consulting and services to Eastern and Central Maine. Located at the corner of Route 9 and Route 7 in Dixmont. Stop by and see Jen or one of the girls today. Now offering delivery.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Dirt Road Acres, your #1 trusted dispensary. Dirt Road Acres provides outstanding patient consulting and services to Eastern and Central Maine. Located at the corner of Route 9 and Route 7 in Dixmont. Stop by and see Jen or one of the girls today. Now offering delivery.
Debris from the Titan submersible has been recovered off the coast of Newfoundland. Pieces of the sub were unloaded yesterday from the Canadian ship Horizon Arctic at a Coast Guard pier in St. John's. 5 people were killed when on the voyage to see the wreckage of the Titanic. Along with electronics and other parts of the sub, crews also suspect the debris contains human remains. Authorities believe the vessel imploded while descending to the ocean floor. The evidence is now being transported to a port in the U.S. for further analysis and testing by the Marine Board of Investigation.
Smoky skies are back in at least some parts of the country, and officials are offering caution again, with unhealthy air quality impacting many Americans. Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera reports the latest.
Like deja vu, skies across the country are sporting a familiar hazy hue. Smoke from the wildfires in Canada are drifting again towards the U.S., smothering cities from the East Coast to the Midwest.
Obviously, there was New York a couple weeks ago, and apparently now it's us this week.
With the return of the smoke comes the return of air quality alerts. Conditions in major metro areas like Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis were deemed very unhealthy.
This is what we would call an extreme, just as we have extreme heat, extreme cold.
Several cities canceled events for safety reasons. Minneapolis canceled all active outdoor programs. Erie Zoo in Pennsylvania closed because of poor air quality. And in Michigan, the city of Rochester Hills postponed a fireworks show.
You just want to avoid it as best as possible, especially if you have asthma, if you have lung disease, even if you have heart disease. Try your best to stay indoors.
But one itinerary didn't change. President Biden pressed on with a trip to Chicago, the White House pledging to help Canada as needed.
The president recently directed additional personnel and resources to and equipment to help combat the wildfires in Canada, and also directed the DoD to expand the National Guard's Fire Guard program.
While the D.C. area will still be under a code red air quality alert Thursday, other places like the Great Lakes and the Midwest could see some improvement later this week. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of the newscast, we'll hear about the toxic algae blooms that are inhibiting swimmers and killing wildlife on the West Coast.
Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
These days you can buy a new mattress anywhere. However, getting the right mattress at the right price will keep you up at night. When you're ready for a new mattress, come to Dorsey's. We've delivered more mattresses to this area than any other retailer. With over 48 years of experience, the largest in-stock selection, plus our 30-night sleep guarantee, we've got the right mattress for you at a great price. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden. Sleep well, my friends.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor.
25 words or less.
First name Urkel.
Oh, Steve. It's all fun and games.
Beauty Mark.
Mole.
Yes! That's the money, y'all!
5 days a week.
On Fox 22. You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 29th, 2023. It's also International Fishermen's Day.
It's a unique celebration that recognizes the efforts of fishermen around the world. The job they do is incredibly important to the food chain, since the fish they catch are a major source of nutrition for people and also a huge source of revenue for states like Maine. Some people celebrate the holiday by simply having seafood for dinner, while others around the globe have more formal gatherings to recognize the important job of fishermen. I'd say it's a great day to go directly to whatever your local seafood distributor is and buy directly from them.
And you'll be helping a Maine family when you do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. On this day in history, back in 1613, London's original Globe Theatre, where many of Shakespeare's plays were performed, was destroyed by fire caused by a cannon shot during a performance. In 1972, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the death penalty could constitute cruel and unusual punishment, a ruling that prompted the states to revise their capital punishment laws. And in 1992, doctors in Pittsburgh reported the world's first transplant of a baboon liver into a human patient who survived for another 3 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know about that.
Yeah.
In 2007, the first generation of the Apple iPhone went on sale for the first time. And today's birthdays include actor Gary Busey, who turned 79 today. Maybe he'll calm down later on.
I don't think he ever will. He's a little kooky, that guy.
He's good. Yeah, I won't bring up the criminal charges on his birthday. Comedian Colin Just from Saturday Night Live is 41, and actress Camila Mendez is 29.
Yeah, Colin Jost is his name. I don't know if you ever watched Saturday Night Live or not, but he does he does the news portion of it during it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's also married to Scarlett Johansson. So,
right. That helps.
He's doing okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing
Yes,
okay.
good point.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. I mean, rain. We got something to be excited about if you love rain.
If you like rain, you know, it should be helping with the drought conditions we keep hearing about. But
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Is it taking away that topsoil?
We're kind of judging them on, you know, is it a really rainy day or just a sort of rainy day? And
I'm ready to go sit at the beach in the rain.
Yeah.
I think I may do that this weekend.
You got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Fall's going to be here before you know it.
We don't have to talk like that.
I'm sorry. I don't want to think about that.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
I apologize.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. Air quality's kind of been an issue in some parts of the Northeast. We're good in our backyard, though, this morning, but further off towards the west, air quality alerts are posted because of air quality that either has already gotten bad or expected to get bad in a few spots, though. And we're already seeing a few areas that are considered very unhealthy. So once again, no air quality issues are developing across some parts of the Northeast. Meanwhile, here at home, though, we're watching rain, we're watching chances for storms, and of course, some fog that's developed yet again this morning. These fog advisories will drop at around 9 a.m. this morning. Small craft advisories up until around 8 p.m. later this evening, as well as that will start to back off just a bit later. Otherwise, though, the fog very widespread this morning. Many areas are down to a mile visibility or less. It improves further out towards the north, but further down to the south, notice, though, definitely some very thick fog that's developed out there this morning. Radar and Sally's showing mainly showers that have developed out there this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning, with this, so nothing too ridiculous. We'll have a few little bits of dry hours before we watch for more showers and a few rumbles of thunder that will develop throughout the daytime period. Not too much going on, at least at this point, but this is where the flow will come in for more showers and storms that will be on the way. So our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showing cloudy skies, a chance for showers and thunderstorms again. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
No immediate rain, so for the next few hours.
We'll take that.
Right,
yeah.
Right. An algae bloom on the California coast is affecting several animals on the coast's ecosystem. The rapid increase of the algae is producing a neurotoxin that's killing fish, sea lions, and even dolphins. Health professionals say not only animals in the sea are in danger, but even birds can die. Officials say warm water and sewage runoff can be contributing factors. They also say these blooms are worsening year after year. Rescuers say anyone who sees a stranded animal at the beach should contact rescuers. They also say it's important to give these animals some space. I wonder with all this rain we're having if the runoff is affecting our swimming areas.
That's something they will be watching. They'll be monitoring, especially along the coast. This is when you have runoff and all the fertilizers and that kind of thing gets into the water.
Is that red tide?
It can create red tide in certain circumstances, and so they'll be testing all the clam beds and things like that. I haven't heard of any closures at this point. But,
right, me either.
But yeah, we don't like that.
Yeah, I know. Bummer. All right, still to come here on the second half of the newscast, Ryan Sudol will have the latest with sports.
We'll also meet a special doggy in today's Pet of the Week. Don't go away.
Yeah.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
This or that, this or that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this because Angie's where it's at.
Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Get started today at Angie.com.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Atlanta United, Philadelphia Union, Sunday on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. We are just under 2 months out from field hockey season up in Orono, and the Black Bears cannot wait to run out onto their brand new facility for the first time come August. Our Tyler Cruz reports on the significance of that investment.
It'll be very exciting for our players when they arrive on the 8th to see the completed project.
We are now just 52 days away from game action here at the University of Maine's brand new field hockey facility. And despite how it looks, we are just a few more steps away from this field being complete.
Yeah, the field's looking good. We had a meeting on Monday where we had a walkthrough and we were able to basically go all the way around the field and talk about everything. And it was just exciting because there's much more in place right now. So the fencing and the stands and the press box.
While the rain this month has probably kept most of us inside, it hasn't stopped the contractors in Orono.
The rain, I think, has impacted a little bit this week. They're still here and it's going to get done, obviously, but I think they've been working around the rain to finish the E-layer part, and then in the next couple of weeks, the turf will be down, so that'll be really exciting.
Once the final buzzer of the 2022 season rang, construction began, and this new stadium marks the most significant investment in Maine field hockey since the program's inception. But don't take my word for it.
This is like the most significant, investment, obviously, for our program to have a new field, but an actual facility, completed facility, and the impact, that it's going to have. This is significant to have your own stadium.
And since the field has basically been built from scratch in front of our own eyes, Coach Babineau finds it pretty hard to stay away sometimes.
Yeah, we've been out there a lot. Probably they're tired of seeing us out there. We sneak on sometimes. It's been really exciting to see the progress, even to see them there in the wintertime and to see them there on the weekends. And, the hours have been crazy, and their commitment to getting the project done in time. It's just been great to see.
In Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Cannot wait to see the finished product. Now to some track and field news. Wednesday morning, Gatorade announced the winner of the Maine Girls Track and Field Player of the Year, and we have a new champion on our hands. Ruth White of Orono was named the winner after a stellar outdoor season, winning the 3,200 meters at States as well as New England's, plus finishing 10th in the event at Nike Outdoor Regionals in Oregon. She also helped Orono's 4x800 relay team to a state title and finished runner-up in the 1,600 at States and 4th at New England's. This marks Ruth's 3rd Player of the Year award in her career, as she has won back-to-back awards in cross country. This is her first in track. Big congrats to her. And now let's move to some local baseball and the return of a Legion team that returns to the field this year after a long hiatus. The Old Town Orono Twins are back after nearly 2 decades. The Quirk Motor City, which served players from schools like Old Town, Orono, Bangor Christian, and John Babs, folded last year, so it left the players without a local summer team. But then the Old Town Rec Center took control of the program, and players like Mr. Maine Baseball, Jason Libby, can once again play in front of family and friends in their own backyards, including home games at Mansfield Stadium.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where I was going to play this summer, but then this option came up, and I'm glad to be a part of this team. It's definitely nice to be playing in your hometown, right close by. Everybody loves Mansfield, a great field to play home games. And obviously our away games aren't very far at all, which I like that.
It's great, 7 o'clock games. Come by after work, go to the concession stand, grab some food, and watch a good ball game.
And a lot of these kids and head coach Justin Crisafulli are coming off deep, intense playoff runs, so the more laid-back atmosphere of Legion ball is a welcome change. But like all their opponents, the Twins see it as valuable experience despite the reduced pressure.
It's definitely completely different than high school ball. The pressure feels like it's not as much on you. But, I'm just trying to get some work in, obviously. Want to win a lot of games with this team and then prepare for the next level.
And still early in the season, but we'll be pretty good. We'll be right there in the top 3.
Best of luck to them the rest of the way. And finally, news from the NHL and UMaine hockey. Wednesday night was the first round of the league's entry draft, and one of the hottest recruits coming to Orono this fall had his name called. Center Bradley Nadeau was selected 30th overall by the Carolina Hurricanes in the draft. A New Brunswick native, the 18-year-old Nadeau put up 45 goals and 68 assists last season for the British Columbia Hockey League's Penticton Vees. Considered to be one of the top shooters in the draft, Nadeau is just the 4th Black Bear to ever get selected in the draft's first round and the first since Barrett Heiston in 1999, and we all know what went on to happen in 1999. Will it happen this year? Who knows? We'll see. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Spring into adventure in a new truck or SUV from Quirk Chevrolet in Bangor. Save over $7,700 and buy 2023 Chevy Silverado Custom for $42,995. Or lease the 2023 Chevy Silverado LT Crew Cab for $559. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? Quirk Motor City has your next certified car, truck, or SUV with over 400 vehicles to choose from. It's your Chevy. Find it at Quirk in Bangor, Portland, and Rockland.
Are plumbing problems giving you a headache? Look no further than Sprague's Plumbing Solutions. With more than 10 years' experience, Sprague's Plumbing Solutions has the knowledge to assist with your plumbing issues. Whether it's a service, remodel, new build, or commercial, we've got you covered. For reliable, professional plumbing services, call Sprague's Plumbing Solutions today for a free estimate. 951-1637. We're here to make your plumbing problems disappear.
On the next Last Man Standing, Mandy tries to help a lost puppy.
Did anybody call? All guys, actually. Nice. I see that poster.
But winds up getting the attention of every dog in town.
Maddie, that is not appropriate. What are you talking about? Looking for my master?
I've got a gun and bullets with your name on it, pervert. Hold on, it's your mom.
Last Man Standing. This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Get out of here, man.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Welcome back to Good Morning May. We are finally back with our Pet of the Week segment. Catherine Ravenscraft took a well-deserved break of vacation. Yeah, welcome back, Catherine.
Thank you. Oh, it was wonderful. Take 2 weeks off at a time if you can. It was delightful.
Yeah. Who do we have?
You brought us a neat little doggy.
I did. So when I got back from vacation, this guy was with us. So this is Ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger was picked up as a stray. And the reason that I'm on the floor, and you can sort of see him wobbling around a bit, is that he actually is wobbly.
Yeah.
The symptom that he's presenting with is called ataxia, which is basically involuntary muscle movements.
Yeah.
He's trying to do one thing, but his body just doesn't want to cooperate.
Right.
He is extremely well behaved. As you can see, he's extremely friendly.
Yeah.
He is potty trained. He does not go in the kennel.
Yep.
And when he comes out of his kennel first thing in the morning, he's kind of a hot mess.
Where are you going now?
He's putting all of his energy into controlling his bladder.
Right.
But as soon as he relieves his bladder outside, he regains some muscular control and and just gets happy.
Yeah.
It tuckers him out because
Yeah.
he's working hard at controlling his body.
He really likes to curl up on the floor with people, too.
He does, yeah. Well, there's a little step up here onto the set that I know folks can't see at home, but it was a lot of work for him to get up over that one step, and certainly getting on the couch I don't think is ever really going to happen unless somebody has a ramp that he gets comfortable with.
Right.
But yeah, all he wants is to be loved. He's still a pretty young dog. We estimate that he's not quite 2. Oh, there you go, Craig.
This was one of those dogs where, I mean, I could immediately, I know it's my bias with black labs too, because I love a black lab, but like this was one of those dogs where you could easily go up to him and he's just, all he wants is love. And it's like, I see from your body language you're okay with me going up to you and shaking both your ears and being like, hi, buddy.
It's true. It's true. He absolutely wants to say hello. And he just has to work a little harder to get to you. But
we've got to get you up here so people can see your pretty face.
I know.
So
and I know the first thought sometimes is, oh, you know, that makes me so sad. But look at him, he's happy.
He's happy.
He doesn't
He's
mind.
fine.
Yeah, it's just how life is.
Right.
He does appear to be showing some signs of fear towards other dogs. He's definitely submissive, which makes sense given his condition.
Right.
So we are recommending at this time, you got him?
I got him.
That he not go home with any other dogs.
Yep.
You know, that could change for him in the future, but for now, to make sure that he's comfortable and safe.
Yeah.
We don't have any history on him, so he's probably going to do fine with cats. He's probably going to do fine with kids.
Right.
But just bring the whole fam in to meet with him and make sure he's the right fit. He's going to need some veterinary care. We've done some testing to rule out the worst things, but who knows?
I love him.
Yeah, I know. He's so wonderful. Yeah.
Such a good boy.
How old is he about? You might have said and I missed it.
Yeah, no, that's okay. He is a little under 2.
Oh, that makes
our
sense.
best guess. Yeah, and if you look at those pearly whites, you can kind of tell that he is still a young dog.
He's a young man.
Yeah.
We're about out of time, but if you're interested in Ranger or any of the other pets, check out the Bangor Humane Society webpage.
Yes, please.
Thank you for coming by. We've got a big fundraiser next week, too.
Oh, my gosh. Jordan's Way is coming back for a social media takeover of our page on Wednesday the 5th. So tune in from 10 to 1. Craig in a kennel. Craig getting pied in the face, maybe. Depends on how much money he raises. So
it's going to be fun. Hopefully everybody tunes in. Catherine, thanks for coming in.
Thank you,
Welcome back.
Thanks we're glad to have you back. We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for that rainy forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. Alrighty, here we go. So air quality, not the greatest in some parts of the Northeast where air quality alerts are posted yet again. As for us, so we're looking pretty good out there, but you have to look further off towards the south and west where some areas either have hit very unhealthy air quality or will be expected to hit some poor air quality coming up soon. Otherwise, though, we do have dense fog advisories posted for a few areas till roughly 9 a.m. this morning. A few other spots still posted until around 8 p.m. for the small crowd advisories later on this evening, as well as the winds will be a little bit gusty there. But otherwise, though, look at how widespread the fog is. This is all fog that's developed out there this morning, reducing visibility to just a mile or less in a few areas and improves further off towards the north, but further down to the south, kind of a mess out there. So be careful out there when you travel to work or any other destination. 11. But otherwise, those showers and thunderstorms are developing out there in a few areas this morning. I'm not seeing much lightning, if any lightning with this, so probably just general showers at best. We'll be watching for a few rumbles of thunder today. As this front continues to move in, it'll pull in some more moisture, so we're not done with the rain just yet. We'll have chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder coming up soon. So forecast moving forward, a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder off from the west, so that'll move in during the afternoon and evening time frame. That will go away with a few showers possible throughout the daytime period for your Friday. We'll get rid of the chances for storms, and the sun may also make an appearance as well before it goes down Friday night. More clouds and fog moves in as we get towards Friday night into Saturday with a few showers possible there. All right, let's run this through at least parts of Friday. So maybe up to another half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch in a few localized areas before we're all finished up. Other areas, maybe not as much rain. Running through the weekend, we'll add a little bit more rain, and that rain looks to continue as we head towards next week. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 78 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 70s today, upper 70s for your Friday, back in the lower to middle 70s again Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday, and also Tuesday, the lower 80s again as we head towards your Wednesday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way, and south wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 60s, partly cloudy, a few thunderstorms, also some fog on the way, south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 70s, mostly cloudy with a few showers on the way, and south wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check, showing chances for showers and a few rumbles of thunder as well for the next several days, with temperatures overall in the 70s.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best year-round option for all of your home improvement projects. Prepare your garden with compost and decorate your yard with flowers and mulch. We load material by the yard and also have a large variety of bag goods to choose from. Rakes, shovels, wheelbarrows, and garden carts. We have all the necessary yard tools to help you get the job done. Now is also a great time to paint your home and stain the deck or patio. We can help you complete the project with Easy Care Paint and Woodsman Stain. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Welcome to the Mad Moose Saloon. Get ready to dance the night away to the best live music in town on the largest dance floor in the entire state. Just 20 minutes north of Bangor, the Mad Moose Saloon is the place to be for live music and entertainment. And we always have special events here at the Mad Moose Saloon. Our next big live event is Rednecks and Longnecks Memorial Barbecue and Concert on Saturday, July 15th. Mad Moose Saloon, where the music comes alive and the dance floor never stops.
It's all on the table. We're going to talk about everything. I think I'm having my first hot flash. I feel so honored. It's everybody's show. It's sunshine on TV.
You're really listening to me. Forgive me if I cry.
Don't start. You are capable of change. I don't want to keep things on the surface. I want to go deep, but man, I need to laugh.
Drew, weekdays at 11 on Fox 22.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
This is pretty neat. Ford is gifting a new Fire Command vehicle to a national park. The company, along with global manufacturer Darley, is gifting a customized Bronco to the Bandelier National Monument in New Mexico during the height of their wildfire season. The 2023 model comes with the Sasquatch package and includes specialized equipment such as a government communication system with satellite and antenna connections. The donation comes from Ford's Bronco Wild Fund endowment, and a second customized Bronco will be sent to another national park in the future. Maybe Maine should get in touch with them, get one of those neat Broncos up here.
I know. I'm glad that Ford brought those back, and they were kind of like an immediate hit.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool looking.
Them. Yeah, I love them. They're cool. So. All right, looks like we're about out of time. If you missed anything today,
we got about a minute left, by the way, and I want to let people know that there is a bad accident right now at mile marker 183. That's the one where 395 and I-95 meet, and apparently there's several vehicles involved in a crash there on some of the off ramps there. We have a crew on the way to the scene right now, and firefighters just responded responding to the scene. Don't know about any injuries at this point, but they are taking it very serious because it sounds like a pretty bad accident. So we'll have more on that later on today.
Yeah, best to avoid the scene if you can.
Yeah.
All right, if you missed anything, like I was saying, you can head to foxbangor.com. We'll be back tomorrow on Fox 8, on Fox 22 and ABC 7 at 6 a.m.
Foxy 22, right here in Bangor. I like that. Maybe that's the new slogan or something.
Is that what I said?
It's Foxy.
Oh, boy.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, have a good day, folks.